Narcissists aren't just parents and children, they're siblings too. As such, they can undermine the integrity of the family unit and destroy relationships between other siblings and between children and their parents. A narcissistic sister can create chaos between you and other family members. She can also erode your self-confidence and make you doubt your own intuition. While your sister may not be as influential as a parent, she's still someone you've spent a lot of your life with, and her actions can affect your own development. So, how can you protect yourself from a narcissistic sister? Here are several things you can do to prevent her from manipulating and controlling you. Number 1. Don't label her. If you call out your sister as a narcissist, it won't do any good. It will create a rift between the two of you that will prevent any more constructive interactions. Narcissists don't have the capacity to self-reflect, so she won't be able to consider in a meaningful way what you have said. Instead, she will likely use another favorite manipulation tactic: projection. Projection is where the narcissist accuses you of something of which they are guilty. If you call your sister a narcissist, she will begin insisting it's you who is narcissistic. What's more, because she will be insulted by your accusation, she will see you as her enemy. And once that happens, she won't stop until she is able to crush you. Narcissists don't just want to prove their enemies wrong, they want to destroy them. That's why calling out her narcissism will just make things worse, not better. Avoid those labels, and you can avoid having them come back to haunt you. Number 2. Make good choices for yourself. One of the most important things you have to realize is that you don't control your sister's behavior. The only person whose behavior you control is you. Don't waste your time trying to manipulate or control your sister. Make good choices for yourself instead. This might mean limiting the amount of time you spend with your sister, and that includes the possibility that you could choose to go no contact with her. That may be the best choice for you. You can also choose when, how, and about what you will communicate with her. Some topics may be off limits, and if she persists in trying to bring up those, you can choose to end the conversation or cut off the contact. Number 3. Don't bother arguing. There is no reason to argue with a narcissist because they are not interested in resolving the situation. They won't be able to take any personal responsibility for anything they have done, and they will lay the blame for everything at your feet. What's more, when you argue with them, they see that as a weakness. In their mind, you wouldn't have to argue if your argument was really strong. Additionally, when you respond by arguing, you let the narcissist know that it matters to you. They will use that against you if they can. Number 4. Don't justify your actions. Trying to justify your actions is similar to arguing with a narcissist. It does no good whatsoever, and they see your need to justify as a form of weakness. It's important to realize that when you're dealing with a narcissistic sister, you're not dealing with someone who thinks in a logical, healthy way. You're dealing with someone who sees the world through a severely distorted lens. That prevents them from interacting with you in a way that will seem logical to you. They don't think like you because of their personality disorder. When you try to justify your actions, you may think you're simply explaining why you did something, but to them, you're admitting that you're uncertain about whether what you did was the correct thing to do or not. They will never see it your way either, so don't bother with justification. You know why you do the things you do, and that's all the justification you need. Number 5. Know when it's time to walk away. Sometimes you have to make the decision to walk away. This may mean walking away from a particular interaction or even walking away altogether. When you're simply not getting anywhere in an interaction with a narcissist, that's when it's time to walk away. You're unlikely to change anything. So it's better to cut your losses and prevent further frustration on your part. Walk away and you'll feel better if nothing else. That's the most you can hope for, since your narcissistic sister is unlikely to change in any meaningful way without intense psychotherapy. Number 6. Build your own self-confidence. It's also important to build up your own self-confidence. Whenever you're dealing with a narcissistic family member, it's likely your confidence and self-esteem that will take a hit. A big part of recovering from narcissistic abuse is to take the necessary steps to build up your own self-confidence and restore your self-esteem. This can be accomplished in different ways for different people, but it may involve seeking out professional therapy. I know from personal experience just how corrosive narcissistic abuse is, and it takes a lot of work to recover. It can even be a challenge just to acknowledge you've suffered from abuse. It takes courage to do so, and then to take the appropriate steps toward recovery. Your healing journey has already begun with the acknowledgement that you may have a narcissistic family member. That's the first step, but don't stop there. Make sure you seek out the appropriate help for your situation so that you can fully recover. Finally, no matter what form narcissistic abuse takes, it's always damaging to your own self-esteem. One of the many ways a narcissistic sister abuses you is to take advantage of any emotional wounds you might have and the triggers associated with those wounds. They have an uncanny ability to push your buttons, and they use those triggers to do so. I've created a 5-step roadmap to heal emotional triggers to help you identify and heal emotional wounds that narcissists can use to manipulate and control you. The guide is free, and it provides you with a step-by-step process for identifying your emotional triggers, diffusing them, and healing the underlying wounds. If you would like a copy, just click on the link below the video and I'll send it directly to your inbox so you can get started on stopping the abuse. Thanks for watching.